so happy to have you back. We're looking forward to this whole week.
Swamiji kept asking, when is Swamiji coming?
Yeah.
Oh.
I today I'm talking to my saying, are you sure she's going to come today? Because I'm so looking forward to it.
I actually wanted to come about a month ago, but then just got so hectic with school and work and everything, so and then you called me to come here, so it worked out perfect.
Meant, right? Meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Jai Mohinji, namaste. Thank you so much for coming to Ashram today, from visiting before as well as attending Pooja before. Welcome, Rani. Thank you again for coming back to bless us with your beautiful, beautiful voice. The Ashram, we're really, really, really grateful. We just wanted to give you a little bit of insight as to what our ashram is about. Our ashram is the Mohinji Dattatapovan Ashram. We follow the Dattatapovan Sampradaya. In simple terms, what does following Dattatapovan Sampradaya actually mean? Dattatapovan is the Guru, is known as the Adi Guru of all traditions. But saying it, what does it actually mean? There's a beautiful story as to how the Lord Datta actually became this Guru. And it's that he had 24 gurus, but all his 24 gurus were all from nature itself. So the teachings which we learn at this ashram are from nature itself. It's teaching us how to be natural in our lives, how to use our everyday lives and all the tools that we have available to us to take ourselves forward into this life, to live every day with unconditional love, to attain that beautiful goal of liberation, to be blessed to share that love with as many people, animals, and the environment as possible. Thank you again so much, and we hope you enjoy the puja and the bhajans. Jayanthi, thank you.
நமது அன்புள்ள சுவாமிஜி அவர்களுக்கும் இங்கு சேர்ந்திருக்கும் பக்தர்கள் உங்களுக்கும் எனது பணிவான வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். My humble vanakkam and greetings to Swamiji and to all the devotees who are present here today. I am absolutely blessed to be here for the second time, to experience the love of the divine. And I experienced miracles the last visit that I came. That was my first one. And, just being in here, you can feel the presence of the divine. You just feel peaceful and you feel safe. And you're in the house of God. So thank you so much, Swamiji, for having invited me yet again to come and offer my humble services as a musician. This is absolutely no entertainment. We are here to sing the praises of the divine, to invoke the presence of God. And when we are singing, we must literally be able to see, the image of whichever deity we feel closest to. We must literally be able to see that deity dance before us. So please do feel free to join us if you're familiar with any of the songs that we'll be doing. We'll start off as is customary with a song dedicated to Lord Ganesha, the removal of obstacles. Thereafter, songs dedicated to the different deity forms. Sound.
Panive me, min padame.
சரஸ்வதி புகழ் பாட துர்கை சுபலட்சுமி இங்க சரஸ்வதி புகழ் பாட இரு பக்கம் வந்து நிற்கும் எங்கள் அன்னை பொங்கல் புண்ணியவளே ஒரு கோடி பாடல் உனக்காக பாட தாயே நான் பிறந்தேன். நந்தகுமார நவநீத சோர காமரி கண்ணா ஸ்ரீஹரி நந்தகுமார நவநீத சோர தாமரி கண்ணா ஸ்ரீஹரி ஷமல கோமல கிருஷ்ண முராரி மோகன முரளி தாரி நந்தகுமார நவநீத சோர தாமரை கண்ணா तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ परमन्त्रयन्त्रतन्त्रादिशनायै नमः। ॐ सर्वदुष्टप्रदुष्टशिरच्छेदिन्यै नमः। ॐ महामन्त्रयन्त्रतन्त्रचिन्यै नमः। ॐ महाभद्रकाली प्रत्यङ्गिरायै नमः। प्रत्यङ्गराय என்று அன்போடழைத்தாலே பிரத்யட்சமாக வருவாள். அம்மா நேரிலே உரையாடுவாள். ஆங்கார ரூபமாய் அன்பான வடிவமாய் அன்னையாய் காக்க வருவாள். தொடும் வினையாகும் மிதித்தாடுவாள். ஓம் சக்தி தாயே பிரத்யங்கரா எம்மோடு பேசிட நேரிலே வா. ஓம் சக்தி தாயே பிரத்யங்கரா எம்மோடு பேசிட நேரிலே வா. நலம் யாவும் பெருக வேண்டும் அம்மா நீ என்றும் காக்க வேண்டும். நலம் யாவும் பெருக வேண்டும் அம்மா நீ என்றும் காக்க வேண்டும். ஓம் சக்தி தாயே பிரத்யங்கரா சர்வேஸ்வரன் சக்தியமே காக்கவா. ஈசனாம் சர்வேஸ்வரன் நீரோ சக்திகள் ஒன்றான சக்தி நீயே. உண்டான உன்ரூபம் விஸ்வரூபம் காட்டி ஓங்கார வடிவாகி வா. சந்திர கலையுடன் 1000 சிங்கமுகம் உன் 3 கண்கள் கொண்டு நீல வஸ்திரம் தரித்து பஞ்சாயுதம் தாண்டி சிங்கத்தின் மேலேறி வா. தாயே உன் தரிசனம் கோடி புண்ணியம் கண்டாலே போதுமே இந்த ஜென்மம். தாயே உன் தரிசனம் கோடி புண்ணியம் கண்டாலே போதுமே இந்த ஜென்மம். ஒரு புஷ்பம் போட்டாலுமே எங்கள் வீடெங்கும் உன் வாசமே. ஒரு புஷ்பம் போட்டாலுமே எங்கள் வீடெங்கும் உன் வாசமே. ஓம் சக்தி தாயே பிரத்யங்கரா என்னோடு பேசிட நேரிலே வா. செருவழி செந்தாமரைகள் புஷ்பத்தால் மனமுருகி பூஜை செய்தோம். 1000 நாமங்கள் அர்ச்சித்தாமன பூஜையில் உனை வீரபாண்டி மாரியம்மா உந்தன் குரலெங்கும் ஒலிக்கிறது. வீரத்தின் விளை நிலத்தில் உந்தன் ஞான மலர் பூத்திடுது. வீரபாண்டி மாரியம்மா உந்தன் குரலெங்கும் ஒலிக்கிறது. வீரத்தின் விளை நிலத்தில் உந்தன் ஞான மலர் பூத்திடுது. நீதி காக்கும் தாயின் திருமுகம் மலரது. அம்மா அம்மா எங்கள் மாரியம்மா வாய்மை நீலை பெறவே வேள்விக்கு எழும்புது. தாயே எங்கள் சாயிராம் பக்தராம் கேசவையா அவர் சஞ்சலங்கள் தீர்த்துவிடும் ஈசரையா சாயிராம் பக்தராம் கேசவையா அவர் சஞ்சலங்கள் தீர்த்துவிடும் ஈசரையா பாபா கோவிலில் உலவிடும் சக்தியையா கோவிலில் உலவிடும் சக்தியையாவே கூடுவர் உள்ளமெல்லாம் பக்தியையா சுவாமி கேசவையா எங்கள் சுவாமி கேசவையா சுவாமி கேசவையா எங்கள் சுவாமி கேசவையா சாயிராம் ஜெய் ஜெய் சாயிராம் 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 என் சாயிநாதா அன்பான தேவா எங்களை காப்பவனே எங்கும் இருப்பவனே என் சாயிநாதா அன்பான தேவா எங்களை காப்பவனே எங்கும் இருப்பவனே எங்கோ நான் வாழ்ந்தேன் அறியாமல் அலைந்தேன் உன் பாதம் தேடி வந்தேன் எங்கோ நான் வாழ்ந்தேன் அறியாமல் அலைந்தேன் உன் பாதம் தேடி வந்தேன் நெஞ்சார அழைத்து முத்தங்கள் கொடுத்து நிழலாய் மாறிவிட்டேன் நெஞ்சார அழைத்து முத்தங்கள் கொடுத்து நிழலாய் மாறிவிட்டேன் நன்றி உமக்கு நன்றி சாய் நன்றி உமக்கு நன்றி என் சாயிநாதா அன்பான தேவா எங்களை காப்பவனே எங்கும் இருப்பவனே புலியான சேற்றில் மாட்டி என்னை தூக்கி எடுத்தீரே புலியான சேற்றில் மாட்டி என்னை தூக்கி எடுத்தீரே பிரசாந்தி நிலையம் எனக்காக கட்டி என்னை அழைத்தீரே பிரசாந்தி நிலையம் எனக்காக கட்டி என்னை அழைத்தீரே நன்றி உமக்கு நன்றி சாய் நன்றி உமக்கு நன்றி என் சாயிநாதா அன்பான தேவா எங்களை காப்பவனே எங்கும் இருப்பவனே சாயிராம் ஜெய் ஜெய் சாயிராம் சாயிராம் ஜெய் ஜெய் சாயிராம் சாயிராம் ஜெய் ஜெய் शांति प्रेम सद्गुरुनादा शांति प्रेम सद्गुरुनादा शिरडी पुरी वासा देवा शिरडी पुरी वासा शिरडी पुरी वासा देवा शिरडी पुरी वासा शिरडी महादेवा देवा शिरडी महादेवा शिरडी के साईनाथ सद्गुरुनादा शिरडी के साईनाथ सद्गुरुनादा शिरडी के साईनाथ सद्गुरुदेवा शिरडी के साईनाथ सद्गुरुदेवा गुरुदेव 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 शिरडी महादेवा देवा शिरडी महादेवा शिरडी महादेवा देवा शिरडी महादेवा அந்த மாறி வந்தா மண் கொழுந்திடுமே இந்த மாறி வந்தா மனம் கொழுந்திடுமே நம்ம தேவி அவள் தேறி வந்தாளே இங்க ஊர்வலமாய் பவனி வந்தாளே நம்ம வீடு தேடி நாடி வந்தாளே பல கோடி செல்வம் கொடுக்க வந்தாளே உலகெல்லாம் நிறைந்த ஜோதி எங்கள் துயரை தீர்க்கவா தேவி உலகெல்லாம் நிறைந்த ஜோதி எங்கள் துயரை தீர்க்கவா தேவி நலம் பெறையாந்தே தாயே நடனம் ஆடிவா தேவி நலம் பெறையாந்தே தாயே நடனம் ஆடிவா தேவி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி உனை பாடும் தொழிலின்றி வேறில்லை என்னை காக்க உனையான்றி யாரும் இல்லை உனை பாடும் தொழிலின்றி வேறில்லை என்னை காக்க உனையான்றி யாரும் இல்லை முருகா 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 ब्रह्ममुरारिसुराचितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गम् जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् देवमुनिप्रवरार्चितलिङ्गं कामदहनकरुणाकरलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः 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 सर्वसुगन्धसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्तनकारणलिङ्गम् सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सर्वसुगन्धसुलेपितलिङ्गं சிவசந்நிதியில் சொல்வார் சிவலோக காட்சியுடன் சிவனருளும் பெறுவார். அம்பிகையே ஈஸ்வரியே எம்மை ஆள வந்த கோயில் கொண்ட குங்குமக்காரி. அம்பிகையே ஈஸ்வரியே எம்மை ஆள வந்த கோயில் கொண்ட குங்குமக்காரி. ஓங்காரியே வேப்பிலைக்காரி, ஓங்காரியே வேப்பிலைக்காரி, ஒரு உடுக்கையிலே பகவிரட்டும் முத்துமாரி. அம்பிகையே ஈஸ்வரியே எம்மை ஆள வந்த கோயில் கொண்ட குங்குமக்காரி. Hari Govinda, 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 Hari Govinda. தீனிருக்கும் இடத்தில் ஆளிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நான் இருக்கும் இடத்தில் நீ இருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயணா முரளீதரா தீனிருக்கும் இடத்தில் ஆளிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நான் இருக்கும் இடத்தில் நீ இருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயணா முரளீதரா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா. பானிருக்கும் இடத்தில் நிலவாய் வளர்ந்தாலும் பானிருக்கும் இடத்தில் நிலவாய் வளர்ந்தாலும் பற்றாத ஜீவ நதியாய் தவழ்ந்தாலும் பற்றாத ஜீவ நதியாய் தவழ்ந்தாலும் மாணிக்க வீணையும் மலையேறும் மலைவாசா மாணிக்க வீணையும் மலையேறும் மலைவாசா மங்கி அலமேலும் மகிழும் உலாசா மங்கி அலமேலும் மகிழும் உலாசா தேனிருக்கும் இடத்தில் பாலிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நான் இருக்கும் இடத்தில் நீ இருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயணா முரளீதரா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா ஹரி கோவிந்தா. வருவது யாவும் உன் வரமாக வந்தவர் யாவும் உன் உறவாக வருவது யாவும் உன் வரவாக வந்தவர் யாவும் உன் உறவாக குருவாக வந்து பொடிவள்ளலாக குருவாக வந்து பொடிவள்ளலாக கொடுத்தருள வேணும் பேரருளாக கொடுத்தருள வேணும் பேரருளாக தேனிருக்கும் இடத்தில் பாலிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நான் இருக்கும் இடத்தில் நீ இருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயணா முரளீதரா ஹரி நாராயணா முரளீதரா ஹரி நாராயணா முரளீதரா. ஓம் தேவாதி தேவனே திருக்கையிலே நாதனே திருமுறைகள் போற்றும் பரணே நாவாள செந்தமிழ் நான் பாட நீ கேட்டு நல்லருள் தர வேண்டுமே பெற்றத்தாய் தன்னை மக மறந்தாலும் பிள்ளையை பெறும் தாய் மறந்தாலும் உற்ற தேகத்தை உயிர் மறந்தாலும் உற்ற தேகத்தை உயிர் மறந்தாலும் உயிரே மேவிய உடல் மறந்தாலும் கற்ற நெஞ்சகம் களை மறந்தாலும் கண்களென்னை இமை மறந்தாலும் கற்ற நெஞ்சகம் களை மறந்தாலும் கண்களென்னை இமை மறந்தாலும் நற்றவர் தவர் உள்ளிருந்தோங்கும் நற்றவர் தவர் உள்ளிருந்தோங்கும் நமச்சிவாயத்தை நான் மறவேனே நமச்சிவாயத்தை நான் மறவேனே நமச்சிவாயத்தை நான் மறவேனே. மந்திர நமச்சிவாய மாலை நான் செப்பதற்கு கந்தவேல் தனக்கு மூத்த கணபதி காப்பத்தானே அறிமறையிலும் ஆளும் அமரரும் முனிவத்தாமும் முறை முறை வணங்கி ஏத்தும் முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா தேவனே 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 நம சிவாயா மனத்தரசே அருமருந்தே ஆனந்தத்தேனே
Jai Mohinji, Namaste, and Vanakkam. Thank you so much for the bhajans that were offered this evening to our deities, as well as for all of those who bear witness to it. It was really, really amazing. And as you said, all we could envision was the deities dancing. So that was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for your time and your effort. We absolutely love it. Love having you here. When you hear truly all the deities dance, that's something that I can really look for. So
Thank you.
we are about to start our evening puja. We have a speaker today, who's Mohinji Acharya, who will speak on the guru that we are going to worship today. Before I give the reins to Sonakshi to introduce the speaker, I'd like to formally thank Auntie Rani for being here. We let Ami speak, just like five or 4 minutes you can speak for, and then some refreshments. So please have refreshments, and we will start puja. So you're very welcome to stay and enjoy the puja with us. So. Thank you so much for your time, your effort, and your absolute beautiful bow. We have a history of Rudrakshas. This Rudraksha is a 6-mukhi Rudraksha, so it's the Rudraksha associated with Muruga. And these are 3-mukhi Rudrakshas. These Rudrakshas are associated with our Guru, Lord Dattatapovan. And this is a Mercury. That's associated with Lord Shiva. So this is for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I truly
I must thank you for giving me this opportunity. This is what allows me to, or what helps me on my spiritual journey. Every time I'm called to see, no matter where it is, the opportunity to see, it helps me on my journey. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, sir. I really, truly appreciate all your help and all your time. Thank you. Bless you always. Thank you. You can introduce Ami, and then we'll set up for the puja, and then you can have snacks. You can bring it inside if you want. We cool. We are a cool ashram.
Before we continue, are you going to leave that? You're going to leave it up? All right, perfect.
Can I just say something quickly, Swamiji?
Yes, please.
I'm really, really honored with this gift, and I never expected it, but it's something that's I'm going to hold very dear to my heart. And with your permission, I want to hand this gift to where it truly belongs, and that is to give it to my mom, who I'm fortunate enough is still living, because it's thanks to her for being my Tamil guru, for teaching me Tamil from the time I was born, literally, and guiding me on this path to this
to my journey and my purpose in life. And it would never have been possible without her. So this year I will take as a gift from my mom to thank her for, for basically being the reason that I can do what I can do. So thank you so much.
Jai Mohinji once again, and namaste everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at the ashram. We really do appreciate each one of you and your presence, as well as online. So as Swamiji mentioned, we do have a guest speaker, Ami, who is a Mohinji Acharya. So she is an Acharya within the Mohinji Foundation that the ashram is part of. And she will be sharing some information on who it is that we're going to be worshipping today. And it is Sri RamaKrishna, and most of us obviously know about him. But Ami is going to be sharing the finer details so that all of us can learn more as we grow on our spiritual journey. To share more about Ami hosts Sri Jagannath meditation. That is a meditation, a guided meditation by our Guru Sri Brahma Rishi Mohinji. As you can see, his beautiful picture at the back. And she's very active in spreading the teachings as well as word of our Guru. So without further ado, again, thank you so much. And Ami, over to you.
Jai Shri Maha Mohinji Gurudeva Datta. I greet you in the name of our beloved Master Datta, who comes with the entourage that we cannot even begin to imagine with our external mind. Here with you this evening. Thank you to Dattatapovan Ashram. Thank you to Swami Mohana Bhaktananda Bharati for inviting me. I feel privileged to be able to say a few words about Master Sri RamaKrishna, whom we say thank you to Rani and to is it Sage or Segrin? Sage. Thank you so much for your beautiful renditions of the bhajans. It was very beautiful, making the entire atmosphere so bright, adding to the sparkle of Dattatapovan Ashram. Everything is looking so shiny and sparkly there. Thank you so much to Swami Bhakta and his team of devotees at Dattatapovan Ashram. I mean, this entire week you've been so busy. Bless you. Stay blessed always. And lots of love to you. So, Swamiji and the team at the ashram, if I go over my 10 minutes, please ring the bell very, very loudly, okay? So I can hear it. Where do I begin? So to give you all the nitty-gritty really about Master Sri RamaKrishna, and those facts can easily be found anywhere when we do a Google search on him, and that's what I was so busy doing today, just refreshing my memory about those little finer details that I had that faded in my memory, that certain things are as sharply in focus as they were when I actually for the very first time heard about Master. So that was in the year, would you believe it, 1983. And the lady who was instrumental in introducing me to Master, that was a very dear and beloved sister, family, I consider her, though not by blood, but by spirit. Anita Sujjan Singh, who was a music compiler at Radio Lotus at the time. She was also instrumental in actually making sure that I get a foothold, my toe in the door of the SABC so many years back. And I remember her, I thank her, may her soul be as well. So she took me then so many years ago to say, I was called Amitha then, I'm Ami now to many people. We must go to the ashram. We must go to the ashram, to the Ramakrishna Center there in Avoca. And well, I come from a background that knew search about masters, right? So, but I was curious and I was very happy to go along and to meet this beautiful master that Anita kept on talking about, and she and her family has been Jay and Anita took us along to the, it was all very new to me, ashram surrounding, and there was a picture of Master, and that connection was made then. And over the years, I got more involved with the ashram, going to the ashram, singing of the bhajans and everything. So gradually, I got to know a little about ashram life and about this great master who was born Gadadhar Chattopadhyaya. I didn't know if that was his surname. And he entered this time-space continuum, as you probably know. That was 186 years ago. This year, Master entered this earth plane, and that was on the 16th of February 1836. He lived for a very, very short, he had a very short life on this planet, because I think he accomplished what he came here to do. Master, as possible, they come here with a mission, and once that mission, they have nothing else here, and they don't become attached to things on this earth plane. They are completely detached. Once the work is over, what they have accomplished, what they've come to accomplish, and then they Tony and my sister, who is now known as Sarvadeva Namaskita Dasi, they're very religious, very deeply devotional people, and it was through them that I got to read the Gospel of Sri RamaKrishna many years ago. So, I'm just thinking about little snippets about Master's life, and you can just imagine himself being in Dakshineshwar. That's where the Dakshineshwar Kali temple is located, and he was taken. Sri RamaKrishna was just 16 years old when his brother Ramkumar actually took him to Dakshineshwar, and his elder brother was going to be the priest, who was the chief priest of the temple. And when he passed away, the priestly duties went to having, being with my master since 1983. I had never met Swami Bhakta, until 2013. That's when Mohinji. So it was only in about 2013 that I actually physically met Swamiji. I was Swami Bhaktananda from the ashram. So, but I saw him on Facebook, So yeah, I was really looking on Facebook and came across, Swamiji. But when I looked at Swamiji, really, they were I got goosebumps, because he looked so familiar to me. That energy, let me say, and as I'm saying this, I'm actually getting goosebumps now. It was like I knew him. I knew that energy. I felt very comfortable with that energy of our Swami Bhakta. And I just associated him with Master, with Sri RamaKrishna. I know nothing about Swamiji. But later on, when I was invited to visit the Dattatapovan Ashram then, back in 2013, and then I realized also, and I saw that Swamiji and his family were very deeply connected to Master. So that's where that beautiful, I would even dare to use the word familiarity that I felt when I saw Swamiji for the very first time, and on Facebook as well. And sometimes Facebook pictures, they're not all that clear, right? But even through all that, I could feel the power and the positivity of that Sri RamaKrishna energy. Felt it all around him, permeating from him as well. That came to me as a beautiful surprise. And then going back to the gospel now. So these little snippets that Master was saying, that I remember. So he'll say, "Can you ask a salt doll to actually come back and give us the depth of how deep the ocean is?" These little sweet, practical quotes that I remember. How can a salt doll, once dipped in the ocean, come back and tell you how deep the ocean is? Right? And then there were other instances where Swamiji, beg your pardon, where Master would say, "Go forward, go forward." What did he mean by go forward? When there were chariot festivals, etc., celebrating Lord Krishna's birthday or any great, religious festival at the time, Dakshineshwar is such a powerfully, it's filled with the power of many Masters of Sri RamaKrishna, with many Avdutas there. It's such a power place. And so he would say, "Go forward," meaning that don't stop here on your spiritual path. Go deeper within. Find out who you are. He had very unique ways of imparting, imparting lessons or messages to mankind. Now, Master had his very first kind of spiritual experience, felt that deep ecstasy. He was only 6 years old. Can you believe that? And as the years progressed, he went into this altered state and in an ecstatic mood, more and more and more intensely to the point. I'm not going to go very deeply into that, but what I would like to mention about that, how many Master, whether it's 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago. So, Master was born just 186 years ago from now. Very young, for the modern Masters, for the modern age, they simply tell us the very, very same thing, and they know exactly what each other is thinking. This is because they are all connected to that cosmic ocean, the cosmic mind. So, Mother reforms. So here was Master so deeply in love with Mother Kali. The intensity of his bhakti, his devotion, got to a point where Mother had no option but to just simply appear. And he would see Mother coming out of the Kali Murti, she would come, she would talk, and he would feed Mother like a child. He would cry, he just could not separate himself from Mother, but he always saw Mother as separate from him. So, his very first teacher at the Dattatapovan temple to come there to actually take Master, upward, up the vertical ladder. Her name was, and you will also find that on Google, this is where I got this information from. Her name was Bhairavi Brahmani. Beautiful name, right? Very powerful. Just simply saying Bhairavi Brahmani, right? She's said to be a vet, and Mohinji and Master. How can you separate them, right? So in this case, we're talking about Mohinji and Sri RamaKrishna now, right? So RamaKrishna, Master, learned a lot from her. the various religions, he actually experienced them all. And he found all he lies later than that. He has a destination and he mastered them all. He had personal divine experiences with each and every single one. Then his second teacher, this is like really truly amazing, right? Perhaps you may know this, but nonetheless, I will still like to repeat. Was the Avadhuta Gotapuri. So he came along to the Dakshineshwar Kali temple in Kolkata, right? And so he taught Master a lot of things, elevating spiritually. But Master knew everything. He's like a cosmic advanced soul, an avatar himself. But here in this human form, he saw Mother separate from him, and he cried day and night. He cried for Mother, day and night. So, but he kept on crying. But I want to feel Mother. He stayed there for, I think, for about 3 months. Now, at the end of 3 months, he got tired of Sri RamaKrishna saying, I want to be one with Mother. Why am I separate from her? So one day, Dattapuri said, okay, you want to feel one with Mother? Here is this sword. Chop off, when she comes now, you chop off her head. Oh, can you imagine what that did to Sri RamaKrishna? But no, it's just my mother. I can't do it. I can't do it. So every day it was the same story. Every day Mother would come and Master would worship her and do everything for her, to the extent that one day Dattapuri got so tired and he said, you take the sword now and you cut their head off right now. Right? So if you're not going to do this, I'm tired. I'm tired of actually telling you how to be one with Mother. Take this and cut her head off. So eventually, crying, and Dattapuri warned that if you're not going to do this, I'm leaving, because I can teach. There's nothing I can do. Now, what we do? So says this one is and he took that sword and he just cut off Mother's head. And in that instant, he was one with Mother. Oh my goodness, I can just feel the goosebumps. Just at one. And it is said that under Dattapuri's guidance, this was our Master Sri RamaKrishna attaining Nirvikalpa Samadhi, became one with Mother. There was no separation at all. So, and it is said that the highest spiritual experience mentioned in the Hindu scriptures is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And it goes on to say that Master remained in that state of non-dual existence. There was no other. He was one with everything for 6 months. For 6 months without the least awareness of his own body. Now, in this way, Sri RamaKrishna relived the entire range of spiritual experiences of more than 3,000 years of Hindu religion. And so now, he's into that getting more intense. Live in they thought they need to marry this fellow off, So they married him off to Mother Shankar Devi, who is considered as Parashakti herself, and she came from the village of I think it was Kamarpukur, but I do stand under correction there. Yeah, it is Kamarpukur. So, but he was so pious. They did not live together as man and wife, but they just continued on this spiritual journey. And when I was in Calcutta, into Dakshineshwar, I found these 2 photographs. I got these 2 photographs from there. And when you look at Master, look at how pious, how pure how Master is, and look at Mother's divine feet. When I look at her feet, I get lost in her beautiful feet. You know, I put my, I don't know how many times I have kissed those beautiful feet of Mother. So, one evening in his room, he actually worshipped Mother Sharda, made a sit on a beautiful stool, thinking that she is the Divine Mother herself, and worshipped her as the Divine Mother. So beautiful. And she came to live with a master after getting married at the age of 19. And but they never sort of consummated the marriage like what we would do today, or what the general norm. Well, I think I'm probably over 10 minutes, but I really wish to share with you something very special. How I came, my personal experience with Sri RamaKrishna, and then I will end on this note, right? So it was in 2016, I was going to Kailash for the second time with Mohinji. What didn't I do with Mohinji? How didn't I wake with the best? And leaving, that we were leaving like around about August or so, and a couple of months, here, and it felt like, when somebody looked at it, it was like very itchy, and I could feel like my someone is monitored. Even at work, colleagues, they look like love bites. When it a couple of days later, they think it looks like love bite. I said, no, it's not love bite, And then what happened? This entire arm, my whole left arm, from the bottom here, from the wrist right up to the elbow, I broke out into some very weird, pimply kind of thing. And something told me, listen, girl, don't go scratching that thing, because once you put your nails to that, finished, And I kind of endured it, and I just didn't know what to do. It looked terrible, very, very bad, very terrible. So I didn't know what to do. I was despairing. So one night, I was, just after I had a bath, I got out of the bath, I stood in front of the mirror, and I cried my heart out. I cried. I said, whichever being of benevolence is available to help me, angel, archangel, masters, whoever is available, I'm calling upon you from the depths of my soul, because I said I'm getting really freaked out with what is really happening to my arm right now. I said that I remember saying the tears were pouring. I was in such a state of anguish, and I said, okay, beloved masters, whoever is here, whoever is listening to me, I'm saying, it's karmic, I'll go through it. I said, if it's an initiation, then I'll go through it. Although that's straight line, I said, I will go through it. But I said, oh, beloved master, he's saying, because so many things out there. If I had the sight, I could see, but not having the sight open, so yeah, you just cannot take any chances, And I said, I'm asking for your help. If it is in divine order, please help me. And I went to bed that night. The next day, I didn't look at it so much, and finally, that night when I went to bed, Master suddenly appeared in my dream. Of course, it wasn't a dream, but the very first time, didn't speak. He just gently took my left hand in his left hand, and with his right hand, didn't even touch, the affected area. All he did was he just ran his palm up and down and disappeared. Never to be seen again in my reality, right? And next thing, finally, when I look at my arm, there was not one single mark, not one single mark. I was so taken aback, so grateful, so thankful. Now, I'm in awe of Master. You think, look at him, look at his stature, the purity. I mean, thinking of him, I'm a little bit like kind of, I would put the word in scared in inverted commas, right? That purity. How can I felt myself not worthy of being in his presence, and I also always felt in awe of him, like I'm in awe of Mohinji and Mahavatar Babaji. My goodness, I mean, how can, and here was Master that came, and I was really, really, really taken aback by that, but so grateful, and then and I said, thank you, Master. And I said, yeah, I know, because I'm sure mother, our beautiful mother, she must have nagged you to go and help that child, help her. See, she's really suffering, help her. That's why you came, you couldn't stand it, Annie. So anyway, but then at the time I didn't really realize it. It went, never came back. But I did only until a couple of months ago, I realized what Master actually did. Aside from healing, right? I think he put a grid around me where no similar situation would ever happen to me again. Because why I say this, I felt as the last couple of weeks, it was quite intense, and I felt my arms stinging again. I could feel the sting here. And I said, no, it would never affect me. Maybe it was my conviction, perhaps. And I said, Master put a grid around, no matter what anybody tries or does, or anything will never affect. It would not come up like it did the way before, because that's the kind of grid protection he put around me. And then the week before last, things got very, very, very intense. Everything from head to toe. I was not even able to function properly. My head was in a fog. My body was in spasms. I couldn't even lift my arms, my legs. My back was really finished. And I'm saying, Master, was that a once? Did you just come back once and you just disappeared? Master, where are you? I don't know what is going on. I don't know what to do. I tried, and I sometimes do self-heal. That's only through grace, and nothing else. And so, I went to bed that night, and the next morning I got up, and I thought maybe I might not even be able to go to work. Got up, and I felt like a different person altogether. He didn't appear, Master didn't appear, but I just simply felt completely different. And being deeply connected to Mohinji, being deeply connected to our Shri Sainath Samat Baba, being deeply connected to the Masters of our tradition, they are there. So when you have that conviction and you have that purity, that bhav, that love for them, they are always there. And my Master just left this earth plane like kind of recently, which is about 136 years ago now, at the age of 50. Oh, this is another thing that I wish to share with you. I'm sorry, it's gone more than 10 minutes. Please forgive me. To ring that bell, as I said, right? So in 2016, Swamiji was also there, Swami Bhakta. We went to Mohinji's, that title, Brahma Rishi title conferment ceremony to Kurnool and in Bangalore, outside Bangalore actually. We were so privileged to be there. So this is the story that Dattatapovan shared with us. Like when the transference of all his sadhana powers to Mohinji, that was through the medium of the fire. Nobody was allowed to be present then. Only Sujata, I think, who very close devotee of Dattatapovan, of Guruji, whom we call him affectionately. He was there. Obviously, Guruji and Mohinji were there. And it was done in the very early morning, hours of the morning. And he was sharing with us that he transferred all his sadhana powers to Mohinji via the medium of fire. And he said when he did that, the transfer was done, coma, the fire, or coma that was there, the fire started going towards Mohinji. And he said, he is devoid of all his spiritual, the powers, that's all transferred to Mohinji. And he said, Sri RamaKrishna, Master, he died of that cancer of the throat. It was too much for him. His people started flocking to him, seeing to them, helping them, everything. It was like it got to him. And I'm not saying that that's the reason why he contracted cancer, right? And he was coughing. And that Swami Vivekananda was his foremost disciple. The way he cried for Swami Vivekananda when he first went to Dakshineshwar. I'm not going to go into that, right? But I'm just going to explain what Guruji said. How Master Sri RamaKrishna transferred his sadhana powers to Swami Vivekananda, who was also known as Naren back then. So he said, they were all surrounded, all his master's devotees were around him, and he was coughing. It was so sad. It was really coughing that all of a sudden, Master looked at Vivek and wanted to bring his hand there, and he the cough came, the phlegm and everything. So he was so attuned to his master, he put out his hand, that's Swami Vivekananda, Naren back then, and Master spat the phlegm out in his palm, and without thinking, because he knew what Master wanted, he just gulped it. Never thought anything, and that was how Sri RamaKrishna transferred his sadhana powers to Swami Vivekananda, through the flame that came out from him. So these are some of the things that I wish to share with you on Master today. All Masters have that same message, all saying that God dwells in all people, but the manifestation of this inner divinity varies from person to person because not all of us vibrate at the same frequency, And they said in saintly people there is a greater manifestation of that God energy, and women are special manifestations of the Divine Mother, says Master, and he says Divine Mother of the universe, and women are Divine Mothers of the universe, and they are to be treated with respect. And since God dwells in all people, helping the needy should be done not out of compassion, and he says that this was like a kind of attitude of condescension, but as a humble service to God. And